Prog rock group Yes, only on Vaquero Radio, the Valley student station. Good morning, Vaqueros. DJ Doc V with you here on Friday, March 14th. It's 4 minutes after the hour. And thank you so much for tuning in. It's a hot day. It's already 86 degrees and it's barely noon. Goodness. For those of us going to the baseball game tonight to cheer on the UTRGV Vaqueros as they take on Nichols University, it's going to be a hot one. So make sure you stay hydrated. But in case you haven't been paying attention, the baseball team is doing really, really well. They are 11-3. They are 6-1. I thought they were undefeated, but I think they're 6-1 in the 6-0 in the conference, and 11-3 overall. What a great start to the season! Holy smokes! This has the potential to, maybe put us in some kind of a playoff or a conference championship potentially. We'll see. But Nichols State University, coming in tonight at 6:30. It is the Vaqueros Against Violence and Community Heroes Night. So make sure that you are down and encouraging our Vaqueros to, bring it home, man. Bring it home. It's Domestic Violence Awareness Night, presented by the UTRGV Office of Advocacy and Violence Prevention. It's Community Heroes Night, free general admission for frontline workers, first responders, and teachers, as well as Superhero Night, free general admission for fans wearing a superhero costume or t-shirt. Fans can also participate in a superhero costume contest presented by Vaquero Outfitters. So it's going to be an exciting weekend. Tomorrow night, Nichols plays game 2, and it's Swifties night. Oh boy, we want to, if you're a Taylor Swift fan, get down there, make your own UTRGV friendship bracelet while enjoying the Taylor Swift songs you know all too well. Come dressed as Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce to compete in a look-alike contest. So, couples out there, get the blonde wig, get the, I don't know, can you get one of those like bodysuits with the big muscles to be like a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs? I don't know. I don't know if I could pull that off. But that's tomorrow. And then Sunday, as they close out their 3-game stint, it's a main event wristband giveaway. Fans will receive an all-you-can-play wristbands, courtesy of Main Event, good from Sunday through Thursday. It's Passport Day. Fans that bring their passports will get free general admission to the game. And Family Fun Day. Fans can purchase 4 general admission tickets, 4 drinks, and 4 hot dogs for $44. Let me tell you, if you're a fan of hot dogs at all, some people don't have no interest in hot dogs. The folks at the baseball stadium and at the field, man, they make good hot dogs. They're big, they're beefy, they're tasty. If you like hot dogs, you will like the hot dogs at the baseball game tonight. So make sure you get out there. 6:30 tonight. Doors open an hour ahead of time. Like I said, it's 86 degrees right now and sunny skies in Edinburgh. We're looking for a high today of 104. Heavy sigh. I mean, that's just, that's so hot. But it's going to go down a little bit this weekend. Saturday, tomorrow, we're expecting a high of 93 with sunny skies. Sunday down to 89 with sunny skies, and back to work Monday, 87 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Not even a chance for rain this weekend. So it's going to be hot. Make sure you stay hydrated. Drink lots of water, you guys. Hope you enjoyed that first song by Yes. Boy, it's one of my favorite. But Yes has been a band longer than I've been alive. And they're still doing it. They've had numerous lineup changes over the last 50 years or so, but still doing it. Just got to hand it to them. Really got to hand it to them. Progressive rock, prog rock, they call it. And they've been all over the place. I mean, they fit in totally. Obviously, that song, if it sounded like an 80s song to you, yeah, that's when it was released. 90125 was the name of the record. And it was very 80s, that record. But they've done lots of other stuff. You've heard Yes on this on Office Hours before, that's for sure. But enough talking. Let's get back into the music. Got some great music picked out for you today, like this one from Robert Palmer. This one's called Every Kind of People, only on Buckhead Radio, the Valley's student station. The Eagles with One of These Nights from album of same name. Nice little tune there by the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, Vaqueros. This is DJ Doc V with you here until 1 p.m. In the afternoon here in the beautiful RGV, 86 degrees and sunny skies. Great day for baseball. It's going to be a little hot tonight at the stadium. That's all right. Make sure you have your cold beverages handy. So One of These Nights by the Eagles. Before that, you heard CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival. John Fogerty and the gang. Have You Ever Seen the Rain? And we started that off with Robert Palmer and Every Kind of People. I guess I kind of had him on repeat in the last few months, getting into some Robert Palmer stuff. Died too young, certainly, that's for sure. I think I'm older than he was when he passed right now. But great musician. Came out, had a little resurgence in the 80s with Addicted to Love and some of that other stuff that he did in the 80s. That was a lot of fun. We've got some other great music coming up. Don't worry. We've got some Pink Floyd and some Ramones coming up. Double shot of Ramones, hopefully, if we have time. At the bottom of the hour, as we do every week on Office Hours, I've got This Day in History. And at about 50 minutes after the hour, got a poem picked out from the 2024 edition of Gallery Magazine, as we do every week with a little poetry moment. But for right now, let's get back to the music. Let's pick it up a little bit. Here's a little Led Zeppelin. It's called Celebration Day. Oh, thank you. Jeez, I thought I hit the button. Oh boy, gosh. Sorry about that dead air, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Office Hours with DJ Doc V. I am DJ Doc V. You just heard Journey. The song's called Separate Ways. Before that, it was Mountain with Mississippi Queen. And we started off that set with some Led Zeppelin, Celebration Day from Led Zeppelin 3, the record released on 5 October 1970. Just a little bit younger than me. Just by a few months. Recorded in 3 locations. Most of the work done at Headley Garage, a country house using the Rolling Stones mobile studio, but additional sessions held at Island Studios and Olympic Studios in London. As with the prior album, the band eschewed the use of guest musicians, with all music performed by band members. Robert Plant on the vocals, Jimmy Page on the guitars, John Paul Jones bass and keyboards, and John Bonham the drums. The range of instruments played by the band was greatly enhanced on this album, with Jones especially emerging as a talented multi-instrumentalist, playing a wide range of keyboard and stringed instruments, including various synthesizers, mandolin, and double bass, in addition to his usual bass guitar. As with prior albums, Page served as producer on the album, with mixing done by Andy Johns and Terry Manning. Boy, you can't get enough of Led Zeppelin, I'll tell you that much right off the top of the bat. As we do every week on Office Hours, we talk about this day in history. And on this day, March 14th in 1991, in the face of widespread questioning of their guilt, British authorities released the so-called Birmingham Six, 6 Irish men who had been sent to prison 16 years earlier for the 1974 terrorist bombings of 2 Birmingham, England pubs. On November 21st, 1974, 2 Irish Republican Army bombs exploded in 2 separate Birmingham pubs, killing 21 people and injuring hundreds. The bombing attacks were part of the ongoing conflict between the British government and the IRA over the status of Northern Ireland. Days after the Birmingham bombings, the British government outlawed the IRA in all the United Kingdom, and authorities rushed to arrest and convict the IRA members responsible. 6 Irish suspects were arrested and sent to interrogation, where 4 of them signed confessions. The IRA, which claimed responsibility for the Birmingham bombings, declared that the 6 were not members of its organization. During the subsequent trial, the defendants maintained their innocence, claiming that police had beaten the confessions out of them. Prosecutors denied this and also came up with forensic evidence that apparently proved that the Birmingham Six had handled explosives shortly before their arrest. They were convicted and sentenced to lengthy prison terms. In 1985, the forensic evidence was exposed by scientists as unreliable at best, and in 1987, an appeals judge conceded that the same results could be obtained from testing people who recently touched playing cards or cigarette paper. However, it was not until March of 1991, with people across Britain and Ireland calling for their release, that the Birmingham Six were freed after years in prison. 7 years later, a British Court of Appeals formally overturned their sentences, citing serious doubts about the legitimacy of the police evidence and the treatment of the suspects during their interrogation. Also on this day in history, Judy Chicago unveils her controversial feminist art installation, The Dinner Party, which is currently at the Brooklyn Museum. This is a sculpture that takes up a whole room with 30 plus different settings at this dinner party, all to recognize and commemorate the contributions of various women in history, various leaders. And finally, on this day in 1964, Jack Ruby, who had shot and killed Lee Harvey Oswald, was found guilty of the murder with malice of Oswald and sentenced to die in the electric chair. It was the first courtroom verdict to be televised in U.S. history. On November 24th, 1963, 2 days after Kennedy's assassination, Lee Harvey Oswald was brought to the basement of the Dallas Police Headquarters on his way to a more secure county jail. A crowd of police and press, with live television cameras rolling, gathered to witness his departure. As Oswald came into the room, Jack Ruby emerged from the crowd and fatally wounded him with a single shot from a concealed .38 revolver. Ruby, who was immediately detained, claimed he was distraught over the president's assassination. Some called him a hero, but he was nonetheless charged with first-degree murder. He was found guilty, sentenced to die, but he died while he was awaiting a new trial in January of 1967. Pardon me. He was awaiting a new trial to be held in Wichita Falls. Ruby died of lung cancer in a Dallas hospital. The official Warren Commission report of 1964 concluded that neither Oswald nor Ruby were part of a larger conspiracy, either domestic or international, to assassinate President Kennedy. Despite its seemingly firm conclusions, the report failed to silence conspiracy theories surrounding the event, and in 1978, the House Select Committee on Assassinations concluded in a preliminary report that Kennedy was, quote, probably assassinated as a result of a conspiracy, end quote, that may have involved multiple shooters and organized crime. The committee's findings, as with those of the Warren Commission, continue to be disputed by some. That's This Day in History, as we do every week here on Office Hours. Thanks for tuning in, and we've got about another 20 minutes with you. Here's some Pink Floyd with Have a Cigar, only on Vaquero Radio, the Valley's student station. You know, that's this intro. That's the Ramones, double shot of the Ramones there. That was rock and roll. Do you remember rock and roll radio? Preceded by Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones. We started off that set with Have a Cigar by Pink Floyd from Wish You Were Here record. Boy, what a great band the Ramones were. Fantastic. 90 degrees here in the upper Rio Grande Valley. Sunny skies. We're expecting a high of 104 today, so make sure you stay hydrated. If you're here in the valley, make sure you locate the shady places wherever you are so you could keep that sun off the back of your neck there. 72 degrees in Grand Rapids, Michigan, 40 in Spokane, Washington. So warm conditions all around, I guess. I guess 40 degrees is warm for Spokane, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, make sure that you check out our UTRGV Vaqueros tonight. And in fact, if you see me, I'll be wearing my Vaqueros radio shirt. I'll have a couple of T-shirts to give away. So if you head up to the baseball stadium tonight, usually I sit on the third base line right behind the visitors' dugout. Well, maybe not right behind it, but I sit behind the visitors' dugout so that I can dog them and holler at them and try and psych them out, to give our Vaqueros a little bit of an edge. That's one of the benefits of playing home games, right? That's for sure. As we do every week, we've got Poetry Moment, and I've picked out a poem here from the Gallery Magazine, another fine production of UTRGV Student Media. This is the 2024 edition. Do we know when the 2025 edition's coming out? Gallery, is it out yet?
Pick of it. It's going to be amazing.
Looks like it's going to be good. Look, Gallery is fantastic. So make sure you pick up a copy. Pulse Magazine, too. We've got two magazines here at UTRGV, and they're all run and operated by students, for students, by students. So make sure you pick up your copy of the magazines. This is a poem titled Human by Cassandra Hernandez. A flickering feeling starts to control me. I need to go home before they can tell I don't love them. The elixir in my glass is letting me down. It used to be stronger and would keep the flickering at bay. I see you suffer too when you got a taste again. I had no idea it would mean this again, because I didn't know you, and there was no again to hold against you. Who is your God? Does he understand your heart? Who is your master? Does he understand your weak? Who is your mistress? Has she given you all you desired? Only to slowly take it back piece by piece. You cannot pout because you are undeserving, you know? She knows, they know, I know. The flickering settles, and you can't pretend much longer. That's a poem titled Human by Cassandra Hernandez from the 2024 edition of Gallery Magazine. Make sure you pick up your copy, and we are anxiously awaiting the 2025 edition of Gallery Magazine. We expect that to be out probably in the fall. Keep in mind, this weekend, baseball in town versus Nichols State University. They're in from Louisiana, and they're playing our Vaqueros, and our Vaqueros are doing good. They lost on the road just this past Tuesday, but they'll get a chance to play Nichols 3 times this weekend, today, tomorrow, and Sunday, and some special events. Tonight, it's Vaqueros Against Violence. It's Community Heroes Night. It's Superhero Night, so you can get in free if you wear a superhero costume. Tomorrow night, Swifties Night. That really speaks for itself, right? Dress up as Taylor Swift, and they're having a contest if you want. Couples can dress up as Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and maybe win a prize. That'd be fun tomorrow night. And then Sunday, Nichols is closing out their series here. It is Family Fun Day, where you can get 4 tickets, 4 drinks, 4 hot dogs for $44. So make sure you check out the UTRGV Baseball Stadium. If you haven't been there, it's a great, great place to see a baseball game. And then they're in town. They've got home. They're staying at home because after the Nichols series, they come back on Tuesday and Wednesday, playing Texas Southern, and then next weekend, Houston Christian is in town, and they're doing a 3-game mix, a 3-game series at the baseball stadium. On Friday the 21st, the Alumni Mixer. On March 22nd, Saturday, 956 night. And then on March 23rd, Texas Regional Bank Card Day and Family Fun Day once again, 4 for $44. So make sure you check out our baseball team. It is spring break next week. That means we're about halfway through the semester. So hopefully you're doing well. Give yourself a round of applause for making it this far. Keep in mind, not everybody makes it this far in the semester. So if it was easy, everyone would do it, right? So keep in mind, college is hard. So if you're struggling, hang in there. Hang in there. You'll do it. Here's a song to close out with. This is some Allman Brothers. Thanks for tuning in. Here's Ain't Wasting Time No More from Eat a Peach.